What is drug repositioning? A. Discovering new drugs. B. Repurposing existing drugs. C. Developing generic drugs. D. Banning certain drugs. The correct answer is B. Drug repositioning involves finding new uses for existing drugs. Which of the following is a common strategy in drug repositioning? A. Modifying drug structures. B. Testing drugs in animal models. C. Targeting new patient populations. D. All of the above. The correct answer is D. All the listed strategies may be used in drug repositioning to find new uses for existing drugs. What is one advantage of drug repositioning over developing new drugs from scratch? A. Lower cost and faster development time. B. Guaranteed efficacy and safety. C. Greater innovation potential. D. No specific advantages. The correct answer is A. Drug repositioning is often faster and more cost-effective than developing new drugs. Which type of drug is most likely to be successfully repositioned? A. Narrow-spectrum antibiotics. B. Drugs with well-characterized safety profiles. C. Chemotherapy drugs. D. Biologic drugs. The correct answer is B. Drugs with well-known safety profiles are more likely to be successfully repositioned. In drug repositioning, what is indication expansion? A. The process of finding new side effects of a drug. B. Expanding the number of countries where a drug is approved. C. Obtaining new patent protection for a drug. D. Discovering new therapeutic uses for a drug. The correct answer is D. Indication expansion involves finding new therapeutic uses for an existing drug. What is a challenge in the regulatory approval of repositioned drugs? A. Existing patents on the drug. B. Demonstrating efficacy and safety for the new indication. C. Incompatibility with insurance coverage. D. Lack of interest from healthcare providers. The correct answer is B. Proving efficacy and safety for the new indication can be a challenge in the approval of repositioned drugs. Which of the following is an example of a successfully repositioned drug? A. Ibuprofen for pain relief. B. Aspirin for fever reduction. C. Thalidomide for multiple myeloma. D. Paracetamol for headaches. The correct answer is C. Thalidomide was successfully repositioned for the treatment of multiple myeloma. What role does bioinformatics play in drug repositioning? A. Identifying potential new indications based on gene expression data. B. Testing drug efficacy in clinical trials. C. Manufacturing new formulations of existing drugs. D. Ensuring regulatory compliance. The correct answer is A. Bioinformatics can be used to identify potential new drug indications based on genetic and molecular data. What is the concept of repurposing in drug repositioning strategies? A. Developing a new drug from scratch. B. Discovering new side effects of a drug. C. Finding a new therapeutic use for an existing drug. D. Testing existing drugs in animals. The correct answer is C. In drug repositioning, repurposing means finding a new therapeutic use for an existing drug, instead of developing a new one. How can pharmacogenomics contribute to drug repositioning strategies? A. By identifying genetic markers that predict drug response. B. By analyzing chemical structures of new drugs. C. By conducting clinical trials on animals. D. By creating new formulations for existing drugs. The correct answer is A. Pharmacogenomics can help identify genetic markers that predict how individuals will respond to drugs, aiding in drug repositioning efforts. What is target identification in the context of drug repositioning strategies? A. Determining the side effects of a drug. B. Identifying new therapeutic targets for existing drugs. C. Testing drug combinations in humans. D. Developing a new delivery method for drugs. The correct answer is B. Target identification involves finding new therapeutic targets for existing drugs to explore alternative uses, a key aspect of drug repositioning strategies. How does computational modeling support drug repositioning efforts? A. By designing new drugs from scratch. B. By predicting potential drug target interactions. C. By conducting large-scale clinical trials. D. By manufacturing drug formulations. The correct answer is B. Computational modeling can predict potential drug target interactions. This helps researchers find new uses for existing drugs. What is the role of real-world data analysis in drug repositioning strategies? A. To conduct preclinical trials on animals. B. To monitor side effects of drugs. C. To analyze patient outcomes and treatment patterns. D. To generate new drug compounds. The correct answer is C. Real-world data analysis helps researchers examine patient outcomes and treatment patterns to identify opportunities for drug repositioning by utilizing existing drugs in new ways. How can drug combinations be used in drug repositioning? A. To enhance side effects of existing drugs. B. To increase the cost of drug development. C. To provide synergistic effects for new indications. D. To simplify regulatory approval processes. The correct answer is C. Combining drugs can offer synergistic effects. These may be beneficial for exploring new therapeutic uses and indications in drug repositioning strategies. What is the significance of drug repurposing in personalized medicine? A. It allows for tailoring drug treatments to individual genetic profiles. B. It focuses on mass-producing generic drugs. C. It aims to develop new drugs from scratch for each patient. D. It diminishes the need for clinical trials. The correct answer is A. Drug repurposing can contribute to personalized medicine by tailoring drug treatments to individual genetic profiles, aligning with the principles of precision and individualized healthcare approaches. How can clinical trial data be leveraged in drug repositioning strategies? A. To avoid conducting new trials. B. To assess drug safety and efficacy for new indications. C. To decrease the need for regulatory approval. D. To replace real-world data analysis. The correct answer is B. Clinical trial data can be used to assess the safety and efficacy of existing drugs for new indications, providing valuable insights for drug repositioning strategies. What is a key advantage of drug repositioning in terms of time to market compared to developing new drugs? A. It requires longer regulatory approval processes. B. It typically has a shorter development timeline. C. It involves more extensive preclinical testing. D. It leads to higher manufacturing costs. The correct answer is B. One advantage of drug repositioning is its shorter development timeline compared to creating new drugs, potentially accelerating the time to market for repurposed treatments. How does drug repositioning contribute to sustainability in healthcare systems? A. By increasing the demand for new drug discoveries. B. By reducing research costs for drug development. C. By limiting patient access to innovative therapies. D. By prolonging the patent life of existing drugs. The correct answer is B. Drug repositioning can help reduce research costs associated with drug development, offering an economically sustainable approach to accessing new therapeutic options within healthcare systems. What is the potential benefit of using drug combinations in drug repositioning strategies? A. Reduced side effects. B. Enhanced efficacy. C. Lower costs. D. All of the above. The correct answer is D. Combining drugs can lead to synergistic effects. This allows for lower dosages, decreased side effects, and increased efficacy, thus improving overall treatment outcomes. How does pharmacogenomics contribute to drug repositioning strategies? A. By identifying patient populations likely to respond well to repositioned drugs. B. By reducing the time and cost of clinical trials for repositioned drugs. C. By enhancing the safety profile of repositioned drugs. D. All of the above. The correct answer is A. Pharmacogenomics helps identify genetic variations that influence drug response, allowing for targeted therapies and predicting patient responses to repositioned drugs. What is the role of real-world data analysis in drug repositioning strategies? A. To identify potential new indications for existing drugs. B. To monitor post-market safety and efficacy of repositioned drugs. C. To inform clinical trial designs for repositioned drugs. D. All of the above. The correct answer is D. Real-world data analysis uses data from sources like electronic health records and insurance claims. This helps identify new opportunities for repositioning drugs, monitor drug performance, and optimize clinical trials. How can clinical trial data be leveraged in drug repositioning strategies? A. To support the regulatory approval of repositioned drugs. B. To identify new uses or indications for existing drugs. C. To optimize dosing regimens for repositioned drugs. D. All of the above. The correct answer is D. Clinical trial data can be analyzed to identify new indications, refine dosing, and demonstrate safety and efficacy for repositioned drugs, essential for regulatory approval and market entry. How does drug repositioning contribute to sustainability in healthcare systems? A. By reducing the costs associated with new drug development. B. By extending the life cycle of existing medications. C. By targeting rare diseases with existing drugs. D. All of the above. The correct answer is D. Repositioning drugs can lead to cost savings, circumventing resource-intensive development processes, addressing unmet medical needs with existing resources, promoting sustainability in healthcare systems. What is the significance of drug repurposing in personalized medicine? A. It allows for tailored treatment based on genetic profiles. B. It supports individualized drug dosing regimens. C. It enables targeted therapies for specific patient populations. D. All of the above. The correct answer is D. Drug repurposing aligns with the principles of personalized medicine. It offers tailored treatments, precise dosing, and targeted therapies. These are based on individual genetic, molecular, or clinical characteristics. What is target identification in the context of drug repositioning strategies? A. Identifying new pathways to target with existing drugs. B. Matching known drug targets to new indications. C. Discovering genetic targets for drug development. D. Validating the safety profile of repositioned drugs. The correct answer is A. Target identification involves identifying novel disease pathways that can be modulated by existing drugs, enabling the exploration of new therapeutic uses beyond the drug's original intended target. How can computational modeling support drug repositioning efforts? A. By predicting the pharmacokinetics of repositioned drugs. B. By simulating drug-target interactions for new indications. C. By optimizing dosing regimens for repositioned drugs. D. All of the above. The correct answer is D. Computational modeling can predict drug behavior, simulate interactions with new targets, and optimize dosing, providing valuable insights for drug repositioning initiatives. What is the concept of repurposing in drug repositioning strategies? A. Identifying new formulations for existing drugs. B. Matching drug targets to new indications. C. Developing combination therapies from existing drugs. D. Finding novel uses for approved drugs. The correct answer is D. Repurposing involves finding new applications for approved drugs, leveraging their known safety and efficacy profiles for alternative indications beyond their original design. What role does bioinformatics play in drug repositioning? A. Identifying potential new indications for existing drugs. B. Analyzing patient genetic data. C. Designing new drug molecules. D. Conducting clinical trials for repositioned drugs. The correct answer is B. Bioinformatics plays a role in analyzing patient genetic data to identify potential new indications for existing drugs in drug repositioning strategies. How can pharmacogenomics contribute to drug repositioning strategies? A. By identifying patient subpopulations that may respond better to repositioned drugs. B. By changing the chemical structure of existing drugs. C. By accelerating the regulatory approval process. D. By developing novel drug delivery systems. The correct answer is A. Pharmacogenomics can contribute to drug repositioning by identifying patient subpopulations that may respond better to repositioned drugs, leading to personalized treatment approaches. How does computational modeling support drug repositioning efforts? A. By predicting potential drug-drug interactions. B. By optimizing manufacturing processes for repositioned drugs. C. By analyzing real-world data. D. By identifying new therapeutic targets for existing drugs. The correct answer is D. Computational modeling supports drug repositioning efforts by identifying new therapeutic targets for existing drugs, facilitating the discovery of new indications. What is the role of real-world data analysis in drug repositioning strategies? A. To conduct preclinical trials for repositioned drugs. B. To identify adverse drug reactions in patients. C. To evaluate the effectiveness of repositioned drugs in real-world settings. D. To analyze patient genetic data. The correct answer is C. Real-world data analysis in drug repositioning strategies involves evaluating the effectiveness of repositioned drugs in real-world settings, providing valuable insights into patient outcomes outside of controlled clinical trials. How can drug combinations be used in drug repositioning strategies? A. By speeding up regulatory approval. B. By increasing the chances of success. C. By eliminating the need for clinical trials. D. By replacing existing drugs with new combinations. The correct answer is B. Utilizing drug combinations in drug repositioning strategies can increase the likelihood of success by leveraging synergistic effects or targeting multiple pathways, potentially enhancing therapeutic outcomes. What is the significance of drug repurposing in personalized medicine? A. It allows for the mass production of personalized medications. B. It enables tailored treatments based on individual genetic profiles. C. It eliminates the need for regulatory approval. D. It reduces healthcare costs for personalized treatments. The correct answer is B. Drug repurposing in personalized medicine is significant. It enables tailored treatments based on individual genetic profiles. This improves treatment efficacy and minimizes adverse effects. What is the potential benefit of using drug combinations in drug repositioning strategies? A. Reduced manufacturing costs. B. Enhanced therapeutic efficacy. C. Shorter regulatory approval timelines. D. Higher profit margins. The correct answer is B. Utilizing drug combinations in drug repositioning strategies can offer the potential benefit of enhanced therapeutic efficacy by targeting multiple pathways or mechanisms of action simultaneously, improving treatment outcomes. How does pharmacogenomics contribute to drug repositioning strategies? A. By developing new drug delivery systems. B. By identifying patient subpopulations that may respond differently to repositioned drugs. C. By changing the chemical structure of repositioned drugs. D. By reducing the cost of clinical trials for repositioned drugs. The correct answer is B. Pharmacogenomics can help find new uses for existing drugs. It does this by identifying groups of patients who might react differently to these drugs based on their genes. This allows for more personalized medicine. What is the role of real-world data analysis in drug repositioning strategies? A. To evaluate the safety of repositioned drugs in controlled clinical trials. B. To identify potential new indications for existing drugs. C. To assess the effectiveness of repositioned drugs in real-world settings. D. To design new chemical entities for drug repositioning. The correct answer is C. Real-world data analysis in drug repositioning strategies involves assessing the effectiveness of repositioned drugs in real-world settings, providing insights into patient outcomes beyond traditional clinical trial settings. How can clinical trial data be leveraged in drug repositioning strategies? A. To speed up the manufacturing process for repositioned drugs. B. To identify potential drug-drug interactions. C. To confirm the safety and efficacy of repositioned drugs in new indications. D. To develop new formulations for existing drugs. The correct answer is C. Clinical trial data can be leveraged in drug repositioning strategies to confirm the safety and efficacy of repositioned drugs in new indications, providing essential evidence for regulatory approval and clinical practice. What is the primary focus of drug repositioning strategies? A. Developing new medications. B. Finding new therapeutic uses for existing drugs. C. Researching rare diseases. D. Exploring traditional medicine practices. The correct answer is B. Drug repositioning strategies primarily involve finding new therapeutic uses for existing drugs, rather than developing completely new medications. Which term best describes finding a new medical use for an existing drug? A. Drug revamping. B. Medication refurbishing. C. Drug repositioning. D. Therapeutic reshaping. The correct answer is C. The process of finding a new medical application for an existing drug is known as drug repositioning. In drug repositioning, what does indication expansion refer to? A. Developing new drugs for rare diseases. B. Expanding the list of approved medical conditions for a drug. C. Exploring alternative administration routes for a drug. D. Enhancing the safety profile of a drug. The correct answer is B. Indication expansion in drug repositioning involves expanding the list of approved medical conditions for a drug. Which of the following is not a common approach to identifying potential repositioning candidates for drugs? A. High-throughput screening. B. Real-world data analysis. C. Intuitive guessing. D. Computational modeling. The correct answer is C. Less than break time equals 1s greater than. Intuitive guessing isn't a common approach to finding new uses for drugs. Less than break time equals 1s greater than. Instead, we use systematic methods like high-throughput screening, real-world data analysis, and computational modeling. What role does bioinformatics play in drug repositioning strategies? A. Assessing drug safety profiles. B. Analyzing genetic and biological data for target identification. C. Conducting clinical trials for repositioned drugs. D. Regulatory approval of repositioned drugs. The correct answer is B. Bioinformatics plays a critical role in drug repositioning strategies by analyzing genetic and biological data for target identification. How can drug combinations be utilized in drug repositioning strategies? A. To increase the cost of repositioned drugs. B. To reduce the effectiveness of existing drugs. C. To target multiple pathways for better therapeutic outcomes. D. To simplify the regulatory approval process. The correct answer is C. Drug combinations can be utilized in drug repositioning strategies to target multiple pathways for better therapeutic outcomes, potentially enhancing treatment efficacy. What is the benefit of using drug combinations in drug repositioning strategies? A. Increase in drug prices. B. Higher risk of adverse effects. C. Synergistic effects targeting multiple pathways. D. Delayed regulatory approval. The correct answer is C. The benefit of using drug combinations in drug repositioning is their synergistic effects. They target multiple pathways, leading to better treatment results. How does pharmacogenomics contribute to drug repositioning strategies? A. By focusing on traditional medicine practices. B. Through analyzing the impact of genetic variations on drug responses. C. By conducting post-marketing surveillance studies. D. Through real-world data analysis. The correct answer is B. Pharmacogenomics helps find new uses for old drugs. It does this by studying how genes affect how people react to medicines. This helps doctors choose the right medicine for the right patient. What is the significance of drug repurposing in the context of personalized medicine? A. Customizing drug packaging for individual patients. B. Tailoring drug treatments based on genetic makeup. C. Repurposing old medications for new indications. D. Standardizing dosing regimens for patient safety. The correct answer is B. Drug repurposing is significant in personalized medicine. It allows tailoring drug treatments to a patient's unique genetic makeup. This promotes targeted therapies and better patient outcomes. How can clinical trial data be leveraged in drug repositioning strategies? A. By ignoring previous trial results. B. By focusing solely on preclinical data. C. By identifying trends and patterns for potential repositioning candidates. D. By avoiding regulatory approval processes. The correct answer is C. Clinical trial data can be leveraged in drug repositioning strategies. By identifying trends and patterns that suggest potential repositioning candidates, facilitating more targeted and informed decision-making processes. Which of the following is not a common approach to identifying potential drug repositioning candidates? A. Clinical trial data analysis. B. Bioinformatics analysis. C. Target identification. D. Developing new chemical entities from scratch. The correct answer is D. Developing new chemical entities from scratch is not a common approach to identifying potential repositioning candidates for drugs, as drug repositioning focuses on repurposing existing drugs. How can drug combinations be used in drug repositioning strategies? A. By developing new drugs with unique combinations. B. By combining different existing drugs for synergistic effects. C. By altering the chemical structure of existing drugs. D. By excluding drugs previously used in combination therapy. The correct answer is B. Drug combinations can be utilized in drug repositioning strategies by combining different existing drugs for synergistic effects in treating new indications. What is the potential benefit of using drug combinations in drug repositioning strategies? A. Reducing the cost of drug development. B. Increasing the likelihood of regulatory approval. C. Enhancing therapeutic efficacy for new indications. D. Accelerating the time to market for repositioned drugs. The correct answer is C. Utilizing drug combinations in drug repositioning strategies can enhance therapeutic efficacy for new indications by leveraging synergistic effects of combined drugs. How does pharmacogenomics contribute to drug repositioning strategies? A. By identifying potential repositioning candidates based on genomic data. B. By altering the chemical structure of existing drugs. C. By conducting large-scale clinical trials for repositioned drugs. D. By excluding drugs previously used in combination therapy. The correct answer is A. Pharmacogenomics helps find new uses for existing drugs. It uses genomic data to identify potential candidates, allowing for personalized medicine. What is the significance of drug repurposing in personalized medicine? A. It decreases the need for clinical trials. B. It allows for tailored treatments based on individual genetic profiles. C. It speeds up the regulatory approval process. D. It focuses on developing new chemical entities from scratch. The correct answer is B. Drug repurposing in personalized medicine is significant because it allows for tailored treatments based on individual genetic profiles, promoting precision medicine. How can clinical trial data be leveraged in drug repositioning strategies? A. By excluding drugs previously used in combination therapy. B. By identifying new indications based on trial adverse effects. C. By accelerating development timelines for repositioned drugs. D. By conducting large-scale clinical trials for repositioned drugs. The correct answer is B. Clinical trial data can be leveraged in drug repositioning strategies by identifying new indications based on observed effects, such as repurposing drugs for alternative uses. What is the primary focus of drug repositioning strategies? A. Developing new chemical entities from scratch. B. Finding new indications for existing drugs. C. Targeting specific patient populations. D. Accelerating drug discovery processes. The correct answer is B. The primary focus of drug repositioning strategies is finding new indications for existing drugs to expand their medical applications. What role does bioinformatics play in drug repositioning strategies? A. It identifies potential repositioning candidates based on genomic data. B. It accelerates the regulatory approval process for repositioned drugs. C. It eliminates the need for clinical trials in drug repositioning. D. It focuses on developing new chemical entities from scratch. The correct answer is A. Bioinformatics plays a role in drug repositioning strategies by identifying potential repositioning candidates based on genomic data, aiding in the selection of suitable existing drugs for new indications. How does computational modeling support drug repositioning efforts? A. By excluding drugs previously used in combination therapy. B. By predicting new drug-target interactions for repositioning candidates. C. By conducting large-scale clinical trials for repositioned drugs. D. By altering the chemical structure of existing drugs. The correct answer is B. Computational modeling supports drug repositioning efforts by predicting new drug-target interactions for repositioning candidates, aiding in the selection of drugs for repurposing.